In previous videos, we've looked at how to use either guess and check or graphing to solve an exponential equation like the one I've written down here. Well, I want to go ahead and talk about how we can also solve this algebraically using logarithms. So I've set up our equation down here where I want to know how long will it take. So I'm missing time, that's what makes this exponential. How long will it take the zombies to reach a total of 7 billion people? This equation we set up using some ideas we talked about in a previous video, so if you need help figuring out how I got that equation in this situation, I'd recommend going back and watching a previous video. Otherwise, let's just talk about how to solve this. Well, first thing, that 1 I have in front, I guess I don't really need. I mean, I could divide by 1 to get rid of it, but it's not going to change the problem. So really, all I have to worry about getting rid of, let me just erase that real quick. All I have to worry about getting rid of is that base of 2. Well, to do that, I'm going to need to do a logarithm. As we've solved with any other equation, to get rid of a base of 2, I'm going to need to do the log base 2 of either side. So I'll do log base 2 of 2, and since log is an operation just like multiplication or division, I have to do the same thing to both sides. So log base 2 of 2 just cancels out, leaving behind just t on this side, the time. Well, over here, I've got to do log base 2 of 7 billion. I can use my calculator to do that as long as I have the log base button. Otherwise, I can use change of base. That's where I did log of 7 billion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros, I think that's right, divided by log of 2. That way, if I don't have the change of base formula, or if I don't have the log base formula, I can still use my calculator to work that out, because that's just log base 10. Either way you do this, I come up with a time of approximately 32.7 days, which is a little more accurate than what we found if we had used guess and check, and it's an algebraic way rather than relying on a graph to solve one of these equations. And here's one more example I can take a look at about how to solve an exponential equation algebraically. So in this case, again, we've looked at this problem in a previous video, but in this case I want to show you how we can find out how many years it will take for my car to lose half of its value. So I've gone ahead and set up my equation. Here's half of the original $25,000 that my car was worth. And again, if you need help figuring out how I wrote this entire equation, this is in a previous video. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and solve this equation. So to do that, I'll start by dividing both sides by 25,000, and I'll see that, well, 12,500 divided by 25,000 is just 0.5. As we said, we want to know when it's going to be worth half its original value. So 0.5 would equal 0.958 raised to the t. And once again, to get rid of this base, I need to do a logarithm to do that. Well, to get rid of a base of 0.958, I need to do the log base 0.958. And remember, you need to do that to both sides. So this is definitely a weird problem, but using a calculator, this shouldn't be too bad. Log base 9.58 of 9.58 leaves me with just t on the right hand side. Using a calculator, either using log base or using change of base like we talked about, I come up with a time of approximately 16.15, in this case it was years, for my car to lose half of its original value.